money on my mind, and I can't worry about you, I'ma spend till it's done. Work, hustle. Boy, you know I get it off the muscle. Why these boys stressing? Look, I got them shook. Okay, now watch me drive back like Jameis Winston. Give me out your mentions, I forgot to mention. I'ma cop that yellow rollie looking like the Simpsons. Outside, when I pop out, they wanna play but not now. Cause shit fade like a barber, watch me cut your shit down. I used to trust but not now, I used to love but not now. I'm so hard lit, you can get hit with it mob steel. These boys know what it is when you messing with the champ. And they ain't young jock, but you know it's going down. And I ain't really talking flame, but I'm the hottest around. And they ain't worried about it, cause you know how it is when you get into that bag. You get into that bag when you...
Welcome back to WhoDatTv. I am your host, Draye Allen. Man, we need to get to our bag tomorrow night on Monday Night Football, y'all. Shout out to Kid Timmy D for the song. Man, I'm hyped. Today we have our Week 13 Breezy Picks of the Week. Of course, we're going to talk LSU falling to Georgia in the SEC Championship and much more, man. We're gonna get our picks in. Like I said, get y'all picks in. And real quick before the games kick off and first one to go 9-0, we have something special for y'all. But let me bring in our other host, my brother, J.Floyd, man. What up, J.Floyd?
Who that? Shout out to all my WhoDat fans and family. It's good to see y'all. Be back with y'all again. Same white towel, still eating W, still on brand. You know, we just excited to see y'all again. Want to thank y'all and give some good news to y'all and some appreciation for y'all. So tap in and we glad to see y'all, man. Who that,
man? And we're gonna bring in our other brother today, our other host. My boy Ken, man. What's up, Ken?
Yeah, what's goody? Top of the morning, happy holiday seasons, boy. It's the time of the season to get the family together and cheer for the Saints, the Tigers, no more, and now the Pelicans. Come on, man, big Louisiana type stuff, man. Everybody healthy, you know, breathing, living, all that good stuff. Woke up, thank the good Lord for another day. The typical,
man.
All that good stuff.
And yeah, man, we have some big announcements for y'all, man. I just want to start popping them on the screen, man. First things first, y'all. We're gonna be on Apple Podcasts now, y'all. We on Apple Podcasts. So everybody like and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts.
Please do. Just search WhoDatTv with no spaces. This is honestly the one that I'm most excited about because they actually like review and they gotta sit and have their staff make sure you're a real podcast, and they go and look at things. So we applied a few weeks back and we were granted to be a part of the Apple Podcast Connect program. And so hey, we on there, man, and it's gonna be 2 episodes a day. They gotta review the audio as it goes and gets added on, so it's there. But once we all finish, all the episodes gonna be on there, so you can work out and listen to us. You don't have to have the visual up or search anybody's Instagram or any of that, man. Excited, man. We're very excited. So that's a big thank you to y'all because they saw the interaction, they saw the numbers and this and that. So
thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Definitely appreciate y'all. I mean, one thing I want to say, and we're just some young cats out here having fun, trying to speak on what we love: sports, football, basketball, our team, our home, bro, Louisiana. Even if you're not from here, man, we appreciate anybody in here that want to chat it up, man. It's a good time. Good escape place, to let it all out, you know what I'm saying? I know some people go to work and there's people that don't even like to talk about sports. So here you go, man. Hop up in here. And all we ask from you is just a share, like, share, follow. If you fooling with us, man, share. You never know. It take a second to share. It take a second to support. I'd say the same thing about supporting your friends, small businesses, man.
Absolutely.
You don't got to donate money to be supported, man. All you got to do is share. Then that helps out more than anything. So if y'all don't mind taking the time, even you Eagles fans that I despise so much, man, go ahead and share.
Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Love y'all. We really couldn't have, man. You heard it here first, man. Shout out to my man's Bond, man. Big Eagles fan. Jalen, man, I like you, man. Sometimes. Shout out to you too, man.
And we also have our YouTube channel, y'all. So subscribe to that. The link's right there. Write it down, take a picture, man. Subscribe, like, man. We would really like that. We really
Please
appreciate
go like
that,
the videos. It's not monetized. We just having fun, but they had to approve us being able to go live on YouTube as well. So we live on there right now as you speak of YouTube. So hey, shout out to everybody over there at YouTube, everything. But if y'all have any accounts with them, if you could go search WhoDatTv as you see on the screen right here. Like any of the videos that are going to go up, all of them are going to be on there as well. So you don't have to, tap in through Facebook. So we appreciate it.
And then we also have our Instagram, man. Y'all follow us on Instagram.
Big Instagram.
You dig.
WhoDatTv1.
Hey, it's blank right now, but it won't be for long.
Yeah. Yep.
And then here's our Twitters right here. That's my boy J.Floyd's Twitter right there.
Tap in. I'm always talking Saints. Always.
Oh, I don't know. That Miss with Tanya in the house. Oh. Hey, that dude can please follow, share, like, whatever you want to do. Just support your boy.
You did.
Get us out there.
And there's mine right there at LaShawn. So yeah, the Twitch. We're on Twitch too right now. You said right, Floyd. We
definitely.
It's all going.
Yep, I just double check. That's my good old Clan Blast. Check it out. Basically, hey, it's convenient, so no excuses. I know all y'all use one of these. So if you just somewhere you want to click and just watch for a little bit, or you want to go back and watch, we got Stream Savers on too. So you can, if you're not on for the live time, you can go watch it later. You can listen to it later. All kinds of things. Man, it's 2022, so they make everything very, very accessible and convenient for all of us.
You dig. Just had to get that out the way, and we appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
man. We appreciate everything. We see everything, and we appreciate it all.
Always.
And before we get started, y'all want to hop straight into the comments. First things first, we got my boy Jamal in here. What up, Jamal? He said,
Dizzy Blast, double O, Jay Measy, Officer Wright.
Carmen in here. He said, "Who that baby?" And still go Tigers.
Who that baby? Yeah. Definitely, always go Tigers.
Now we look good, don't we? You see Nuts? You see Nuts, bro? Letting it go,
man. Big Garrett. Hey, don't get me wrong, I'm still Team Jalen, but Big Garrett was in that mud doing his thing.
Bond said, "Is that a Reginald Bush shirt?"
You already know. What? Probably the greatest to play college football. And give my man his Heisman. Give it back, man. He earned it, man. I don't care what happened. Man, give it back, man.
And then we got Miss McBride in here. She said, "Keep going, young man. It's a blessing to see young black men sharing. Love you, Jared. I'm going to supply and share." Hey, we really appreciate it.
McBride. So much love to you. So much love to you. Miss you.
Hey, you know what, Carmen? Look, man. Hey, Carmen, get off my neck, bro. I don't even know if they was on the Breesy picks, but I would have.
Yeah. Nah, I can't wait to get into our picks. Some of y'all had some curious ones I want to ask y'all about.
Oh, yeah. Yo, most definitely.
I'm on next today.
He on next today, boy. You gonna hear me today.
Oh man. Hey, first topic I want to hop into, y'all, is of course, Georgia put us down yesterday in that SEC championship. It was tough, man. We started off, we looked good, and it went downhill from the block field goal. Everything went downhill after that. What's y'all take on that, man?
I mean, you can
start 10-point swing. You're expecting to get 3, and you give up 7 the other way. But we put up 30 on Georgia. I wonder how many teams put up 30 on UGA this year.
But hey, there is a fun fact. There's only one team that has been within 10 points of Georgia. Can you guess who that team is?
What, Vandy or something crazy like that?
Missouri.
Tennessee?
Missouri when they was on their heels throughout the game. That's the only team. So that's a fun fact. But for real though, we did put up 30. I will say, kind of going into this game, who they're the best team in the country right now. Like, not going to knock that. They are hot, bro. Like they're playing. They chemistry, they've built something, they're coming off of a big championship team. So for us to come in there basically starting over, new coach, new system, new everything, man. And obviously just like us, we came in unranked. So just to be there, like that's my take. That was kind of like I said it from the jump. Like I can't even be mad at the outcome because when you have low expectations, right, and you exceed those expectations, it's just like better than let's say we were Georgia and then like we were in Georgia situation, like we were supposed to win and then we end up losing. That's more heartbreaking, right?
Yeah.
It still sucks because like playing a team like that, you got to play to like perfection. So you can't do silly things like, oh, they blocked the field goal. Let's watch these guys pick this ball up and run it back.
You
That's crazy,
cover, man.
That's honestly a rare scenario. And it's like, I get it, but I don't get it. Like, nobody kind of know what's going on because even Georgia really didn't know what was going on. All of a sudden, dude just looking like, do I pick this ball up? Should I run? So that's a rule that you can't do things like that, though. You can't mess up. These are teams that you have to play. You have to play chess with them like the whole game, right?
Every down.
Get in their head, like do unorthodox things to move the ball or to stop them, right? Take chances. But we did not do that for half the game. We had some momentum going.
For a little bit. Was through for what, 500?
Yeah,
490
I was.
or something
Going into the third quarter, bro. Like, 4th and inches. We caught. I think personally was a terrible 4th and inches play call. We got stuffed. It's like freaking great interior defense, and let's just be predictable and get in shotgun and run a dive. Like it was rough, but that took our momentum right back because we were about to turn it into about a 14-point game. You know, and that's different. College football time is long. Y'all know that. A quarter it take 3 days.
Seriously.
I just hate it, man, because I feel like now Bama about to squeeze they way up in. I mean, TCU dropped, they just dropped, but hopefully they'll still squeeze in there. Because I mean, that was
I think they got a better resume than Alabama. But you know how that goes.
You know how that goes when it goes to Bama and they're squeezing up in them playoffs, man. But on the bright side, next year we're looking at like a 12 game college football playoff.
That was 6. Is it 6?
They're thinking of expanding.
I think 6 is the for sure. 12 might be the rumor. I could be wrong. I know it should be 6.
I think that's down the road. If they're like it's proposing if they're going to expand anymore.
I see.
I think next year just 2 more teams get in.
And don't forget, we got the conference change coming soon.
Yeah,
we're in Texas. We're at Texas and I'm sorry, I can't think of the other SEC team that decided. I think it was Oklahoma.
Be wide open. Yep.
I think it might be Oklahoma and Texas, if I remember correctly.
OU.
Yeah,
it was OU.
They're SEC.
Yeah. So they've got some big things, some big changes. I mean, those are some solid teams coming to us. So it's a lot of things to look forward to.
Okay.
Hey, but I gotta. Yes,
2025
for the conference.
And unfortunately, they're probably both going to be in the West.
Oh, you in Texas?
SEC West.
Hey, Draye.
What's up, man?
You made a comment about the whole Bama thing, bro. That might be the craziest gift to a team I've ever seen, bro. They had 5 things that they needed to happen, and it all happened. Literally. The odds, bro. Yes. It was so unbelievable to the point I'm like, oh yeah, this got to be rigged, bro. Ain't no way. Like you said, USC losing, TCU losing. They needed obviously LSU to lose another game. They needed I forgot what was the other. They had 5. There's a 5th one. They needed 5 things to happen. They showed the checkbox for their chances to get in,
and every last one happened. That's wild.
Not Michigan, but maybe going back to last week was what Ohio State going down.
Yeah, it was a couple because I think I could be wrong, but I actually think that Ohio State and Bama have a chance of getting back in there. TCU, right now, there's a chance. It depends on how generous they're feeling, but they could drop because they were 2. They could drop like 3 spots on some weird stuff, and then Bama get moved up.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost to a bad team, but. They lost. I mean, the 2 seed lost to? I can't remember what. Who did they just lose to, or what they were ranked? But they might drop a little bit.
I'm happy to say we both.
Man.
Hey,
we win it. If we win that game, if we win the game against Texas A&M, and we played a respectable game against Georgia, that was like a crazy chance of us still getting in. Because all these things that just happened. But what did we do?
Drop the Georgia, man. And I mean, it's kind of something, honestly, y'all. We expect. I mean, we got a young team. We got a very young team. And I want to speak on that quarterback situation too, y'all. Hey, the backup, what's his name? He was balling, right?
Garrett,
Look,
hey,
coming out of training camp, that's who I was like, this is the guy we need to start.
Yeah.
This is who we need to start. I'm telling you, I was on the nuts bus. You can go back and check my Twitter.
So,
but, you know, they obviously know more than me, and it ended up being a better decision to let him mature under Jaden Daniels. But that's putting a big question mark on if Daniels is going to just go pro. He does have a year left of eligibility, but would he be the starter at LSU after what 13 put on film last week or yesterday?
Even if he's decided to, I don't know if it's possible, but even if he decided to transfer or whatever, he should not go to the league. It's so much more he has to prove. Like, he needs that last year, right, to kind of get going. That's like KJ Jefferson, like at Arkansas, right? You know, he had a really rough year, injuries and performance. Like, I ain't gonna say performance, but really like missing games, like their season losing. But that's similar situation I wanted to compare it to. But Jalen needs to stay another year, and it may hopefully it's us. But if it's not us, he need to go somewhere and stay and prove himself. If I can see him transferring, if Garrett moves up. Yeah,
Garrett from LC, Lake Charles, Louisiana.
He was born. Hey, he was a good. Hey, he was
Walker Howard from Lafayette. You hear me? So
hey, right down the road from the hometown.
But he didn't go to high school in Lake Charles. He was born in Lake Charles, but he said KJ need 12. That's crazy. Nah, Garrett was nice coming out. Like, he was a good prospect because I think he was like a 4-star like QB, right? And I mean, just what we had going, it just wasn't right time for his showing, you know. And sometimes that'd be the case for QBs where it's like, hey, it's not your time to shine yet. Just wait. And I think that last game kind of shows something, because what I like that he did that Jalen hasn't quite done the whole season is the ability to just throw the ball with confidence, right? On the dime, giving receivers a chance to make a play.
Yeah.
You're not going to always have
not scared to let it go.
Exactly.
Hey, I've seen him throw off his back foot and throw some dots in that Georgia.
Jump shots. Yeah. He literally was off both feet. Let it go.
And he's capable. We all know that. Like, he's capable, 100%. But that's just one thing. I'm like, man, I love the fact that Jalen know how to use his legs, but it frustrated me that, oh my God, what are you waiting for? Like 10 yards of separation? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get we got good receivers, but they're not always going to get all the separation. You got to be able to, hey, let me put it right here. Kayshawn's going to catch that ball, right? That's what Garrett did. He's like, I'm going to throw it in this tight window. DB made a play on it, didn't quite get to it. Buddy made a play, caught the ball, scores. Right, like, you got to let your receivers do something.
And Ken, maybe I'm just gonna try to take JD's side here a little bit. Maybe that ankle injury was kind of affecting him.
No doubt it was bad.
Trying to play. I seen the one he got tackled. The big lineman fell on his ankle. Man, he hopped up, kind of limping a little bit, but he shook it off. He got right back into the play. But yeah, man, maybe that was affecting him a little bit. You know, and I know ankle injuries, they are very tough, very tough. So,
but you took away his strength. You take away his ankle. His main strength was to be able to extend a play, run, get in the right, like he rush for 80 yards, 100 yards in a game.
Exactly.
So you take that away. Now you're forcing him to be a pocket QB that he really hasn't been all year, right? That he's like a ball pattern, and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna take off now. He has not been that guy in terms of throwing the ball, but he has been that guy to make plays with his feet more often than none. Yeah. So he hurt his ankles. Yes, that's going to affect him, unfortunately. So I thought, like, bringing Garrett in, that was a smart move, because you're not gonna just be able to flip that against the #1 team in the country in the SEC championship, right? That's development. You gotta work on that this season, bro. Work on being a pocket QB, because you never know when you're not gonna be able to use those legs, right? So I mean, it happens. Shit happens. But now you got a battle. Let them compete for it.
Just that quick. Yep. Now you got a big question mark. Who's gonna start?
Because if you don't, man, Garrett is out of here, and we might see him flourish somewhere else. That's
so what bowl game we looking at for LSU now, fellas? What bowl game?
Big Tulane, baby. Let's get a Tulane LSU bowl game for the culture, baby.
We were hoping to get into the Sugar Bowl, but they'll probably fill that with two outright teams that didn't play in conference championships because we didn't win it, and Georgia's going to be in the playoffs. So I think Citrus is the best we could do. So hopefully the Citrus Bowl.
Aaron Myers threw it and he said Tulane.
Yes, sir, Aaron. I'll tell you, big Tulane, baby. I need it for the
as long as it's out of state. Don't do a LSU Tulane game in Louisiana, because Louisiana needs some money. We need some out of state money.
Yeah.
Hey, Carmen, that's playing Purdue.
Unfortunately,
that's all good, bro. We may do what we can do.
Unless Ohio State doesn't make the top 4, and then maybe we could play them in a bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that bowl game, honestly, y'all. I would love that Ohio State and LSU matchup.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I love that matchup right there. That'd be a nice little bowl game.
I'm assuming my man Meezy gonna make a little comment. He an OSU fan too, so.
Hey, I love OSU just off of all they gave us.
They are our team.
Yeah, I love
they are our team.
That's like my little second team in college football, man. I love Ohio State, man. I really don't
like them that much.
I don't like them that
I would like to play them. I would like that. I like to beat them.
Bond said OSU overrated.
Bond is a Michigan fan, an Eagles fan. I don't even know what he a Trailblazers fan. Like he all over the place, man. The teams you like are overrated.
But man, hey, let's hop straight into them, y'all. We got our week 13 Breezy picks of the week.
9-0.
It's been 13 weeks, and Ken on the podcast right now, our host is the only one to go 9-0, y'all. I need somebody to go 9-0 so we can get y'all.
Back you, brother. I'm finna back.
Hey, man. Hey, I need somebody to send a email or something to the ownership, because I ain't getting nothing. They would treat me rough out here, man. Oh, Savion, you alive now, huh?
Oh, Savion
you alive now, baby.
Hey, I ain't heard from Savion in goddamn month.
That's what we need to play, but they won't do it because we already played y'all this year. That's what we need to play in the bowl game. Go ahead and bust y'all head one more time.
What's up,
Sav? What's good, bro?
What's up, Sav, my brother? What's up, man? But yeah, man, we got our week 13 Breezy picks of the week. Who can go 9-0? Drop your picks in the comments if you haven't yet, man. I posted a post on my page. Jared and Ken shared it. It's on their page too. So yeah, go drop your picks in the comments. Get them in. First one to go 9-0. Got something for y'all, man. It's been 13
9 winners in these 9 games.
Hey, I still ain't did it yet myself, so
it sounds simple.
It sounds simple, but look, 9, and you think that too, Floyd. 9 games, it sounds simple to get 9 picks right, out of what, 13, 14.
Look at Ken.
Ken over there rubbing his hands right now because he the only one, man. That's crazy.
Ken right now. We need somebody to dethrone Ken.
What can I say?
If you do that, we got something real special for you.
What can I say?
Hey,
Jenny, you talking about I ain't going 9-0. You ain't going 9-0 at all. Get like me. Get like me, man. I can't hear y'all from up here, man.
It's too low down there. Can't hear you.
Man, hey, I'm too busy flying, so you might have to fly, Ken, fly. Oh man.
First games, first y'all in the Breezy picks. We're gonna get into it. The Steelers versus the Falcons.
Tough. This is probably one of the toughest ones you put on here, and it's the first one off jump.
Oh yeah.
I'm still back and forth to this very moment. So last night I circled the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, that's that sick.
I forgot to change my name. Steelers suck to something else this week. I'm sorry, Mom.
Yeah, I didn't pick them right now.
I actually did pick the Steelers. I did pick the Steelers, bro. I did.
Look at you, all backwards. I'm finna switch my pick too. Last night I circled Atlanta Falcons because of how long list that the injury report is Pittsburgh. But just the more I kind of crunch the numbers, it looks like Kenny Pickett is actually on the rise. He had some good weeks against some good secondaries, and I just don't see Atlanta being able to, a formidable secondary. So we'll probably have another game where he's up towards high 80s or maybe low 90s as a quarterback rating, and I think that's enough. Cordarrelle Patterson is going to sit this game just out of rest, and I don't see Atlanta having enough firepower. So give me Pittsburgh, and they'll probably score 25 points. I don't know if Atlanta can get up over 21.
Hey, I'm rolling with the Steelers. I see for one the Steelers starting going a little roll. I talked about this already. I'm putting my faith in Mike Tomlin, right? Mike Tomlin hasn't had a losing season yet, and I'm like, it ain't happening no time soon, even if it's 500, whatever the case may be. But they last week against the Colts, like you said, Kenny Pickett, man, he was actually on a roll. I think his downside was there were some plays where I know NFL YoungBoy didn't pull in some dots that he was throwing, right? So that kind of took away from what his numbers really could have been. So I see he getting his confidence, he's getting his rhythm going. I do think that they need to start. I was talking to my man, Mom made a point of this last week, getting Deontay Johnson going. I know he loves to throw the NFL YoungBoy. It seemed to be his favorite wide receiver. But we got to remember Deontay is definitely a playmaker. He's shown it, so they got to start working him in there. Don't know what's going on with the G. But they got to get him going. But at the same time, it might be a blessing to not force him the ball so that pass game can start moving a little bit. So I don't know. I got Steelers here. Falcons. Man, I was rolling with Cordell Patterson to be like their playmaker. But ever since he's kind of been hurt and he's come back, he hasn't been like that guy as he started off with. So it's hard to know what they're where they're going. Like I'm not too sold on Drake London, to be honest with you. He's made some plays, but is he the guy to make that difference in a game, right? Mariota, we know he's good with using his feet.
But the throwing for Mariota, that's what gets me.
It's tough, bro.
Throwing is very tough. And I want to say I seen he had like 14 TDs and 8 picks for the season. So it's like, he's not. They're depending on, like you said, Ken Cordell. They depend on Cordell, and
who's not there today.
He's not going to be there today. And they lost 3 out of the 4 of their games. They're talking in the Falcons. So. And like you said, Ken, the Steelers are rising, and it looks like the Falcons are falling. So I got the Steelers too, y'all. I got the Steelers pulling through on this one, and I got them coming on top.
Yeah. And most importantly, bro, you got to talk like it's Falcons don't really got nothing going right now, man. The defense isn't like, they're just kind of in the bottom of the barrel on all aspects of like team wise, right? Like they are a weird team that has been like upsetting people, right? Like in the most strange ways, but at the same time, they're so bad. It's hard to describe their season. Only the Falcons could have a season like this, right? But they can be spoilers and trash at the same time.
And we need them to fall some more. We need y'all to keep on dropping.
Say that.
Hey, look, Steelers, we need you today. I'm throwing in the towel, whatever that little slogan y'all got.
Whatever special stuff y'all drink, like Michael's special stuff on Space Jam.
Yep.
Whatever special stuff y'all drink against the New Orleans Saints, I need y'all to keep that same energy. Hold it down. Get these Falcons out of here and go on about your business.
Hey, Jamal, if you're still in the stream, if y'all get this win today, I'll take a selfie in a Steelers jersey. How about that? Get the dub for me, baby.
Carvin said the Bucs having one of them seasons too. LMAO. Hey, for real though, they big time. We all are. That's what's crazy. The NFC South is still wide open after all these L's we have on each team. So it's gonna be exciting when we get down to the nitty gritty at the end. It's gonna be exciting to see who needs this win and who needs this loss to push up and get that title spot.
Yep, it's right there. We all right there.
We all right there. And next game we got, y'all. Where the Eagles fans at? Titans versus the Eagles. I know they about to hop in the comments, man. This is a big game for them. Titans no push around, y'all.
Hey, who put that on there? He said I never picked the Eagles, man. That's a lie, bro. I picked y'all, bro.
That's true.
It's not just me. Hey, you might want to hear my reason why I picked the Titans, because I definitely picked the Titans. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I want to hear.
Yeah. Go ahead and take the flow. I want to hear
tell you why, bro. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. What do the Eagles love to do on offense?
Run the ball.
Run the ball. Read option.
Keep it out of the air.
I think one of the few teams, maybe the Ravens might be the other team, but one of the few teams that can outrun or keep up with the Eagles' run game is the Titans. Titans have a good run scheme. And one thing that I think that the Eagles lack in terms of what I think Titans' weaknesses are is like linebackers, like really good linebackers to make these plays. Like we know they got a good D line, but their interior linebackers, I don't think they're capable of stopping Titans' run game. And if you want to talk terms like scheme or schematics, whatever the case may be, Titans have the ability to control the game clockwise, run the ball, get their 4 yards of carry, control it, and they can still make some nice play action, electrifying plays in terms of like what they got. Their pass game actually sucks, but what gets them is the fact that their run game is so good that it creates like an occasional big play in terms of pass game for Tannehill and like Treylon Burks and I forgot what the tight end name is. So that's my logic. I'm rolling with the Titans just off their run game alone. Derrick Henry got put in a box last week against the Bengals. They had a great scheme.
And he was frustrated.
Yes,
he seen him on the sideline. He was frustrated. So he's looking for this game to redeem himself.
Exactly. And the Titans and the Eagles defense, in my opinion, in the last like 4 weeks, they haven't showed dominance like they did the first half of the season, where we're like, man, this is the best defense in the league, hands down. But in the last few weeks, teams have been cutting into them, bro. Like moving the ball, especially passing, run game under the Commanders. So that's how they got that win. They were able to run the ball and actually pass the ball. The Packers was in that game for a while, and they were running they had a good run game going until obviously the clock ran against them, right? So teams are starting to show that they can run the ball against the Eagles, and that team that's looking like, oh, we can run the ball. You're playing Derrick Henry, the league like leading rusher from last year, right? The King Henry, big decent.
Hey, Ken, Jalen on your heels. He said Ken gonna find anything to say about the Eagles lose.
Here's my thing. I really want to know from a fan, what fan on earth can really sit here and say we're winning every week? Have you ever seen him say 1 week they're losing? I don't know how logical that is to say that my team is going to go 17-0
every week.
That to me that's a red flag, Jalen. You gotta be realistic.
I envy that confidence, though.
Confidence. Yeah, for sure. Great confidence, but you gotta be a real. Like it's the NFL. Teams can be beaten.
He said me.
Yeah,
you sure right. And then when the playoff L come, that me gonna turn into they. How they lost?
hopefully before then when we meet them in week 17.
But nah, that's my logic, man. No hate. I'm just gonna roll with Derrick Henry.
Respect. So you went with the Titans for the fact of the running back, and I honestly went with the other opposite team for the exact same reason, and that's Miles Sanders has been toting the pill. He's going to take enough pressure off of Jalen Hurts to where he won't have to worry about airing it out, putting the ball in the air a whole lot. They're going to force feed, I think, A.J. Brown just because he wants his get back. You know, he kind of wants his lick back on the previous team that kind of said he wasn't good enough to be paid what he thought he should be paid. But outside of that, I just don't see. And so Tennessee's bread and butter against teams has been get into the rushing the passer. So getting to the quarterback on pass plays. But they're missing. Well, I don't think they're missing Jeffrey Simmons, but he's dealing with a big injury, a high ankle, I believe.
Hey, Floyd, I got to cut you off.
Yeah.
Bama ain't in that job, bro. Let's go, baby.
They're not in?
Nope, they just dropped it. Let's go. Team out.
So who's number 4?
It's TCU.
TCU and State. Respect.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, it's Ohio State. So Georgia, Michigan, TCU, Ohio State. Respect. I just had to drop that in there. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I was only curious about that number 4. That's a big question mark that TCU didn't fall any. That's curious.
Hey, I mean, it was a tight game
last week.
It was a tight game too, you know. So they go off the points too, the point difference in the games, and I mean that's the only loss. You got Bama losing 2 games. So I mean, you can't throw Bama over them like that, man. Right. Can't do that. So that was nice for them to get that right in the committee.
What's also curious to me about that, just quickly, Georgia's path, they would have 2 Big Ten teams to win the national championship. Now that's curious to me because the Big Ten ain't really official.
Find out officially Tuesday.
Word.
Tuesday. But hey, right now it's looking green.
The Big Ten ain't And I know Michigan is like that, but not against necessarily Georgia. So they might have an easy path, Georgia, to looking like a team that can questionably go up against 2019 LSU as the greatest college team of all time, which I don't want to see happen. So I was hoping they had a hard path to a national championship.
Sorry to interrupt you, Floyd. That's
Nah. You good. But I just think they're gonna run the football a little bit better than Tennessee does. Derrick Henry's coming off of 38 yards. I think he'll get closer to 80 or 90, but I don't think he'll get over 100 yards, and he'll probably only get in the end zone one time. So Tannehill won't have as much help on the ground as Jalen Hurts, I believe, and that's going to lead Philly to their 11th win, like 9 straight, like going crazy. 8 straight.
I got Eagles too. And until somebody other than the Commanders show me different, man, I'm gonna keep rolling with them. I got the Eagles.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with it.
I mean, the Titans. Don't get me wrong. When about the Titans are the team to give them their second L. Their team they can do that. But
on
right now, man, you got Jordan Davis coming,
and he's on the injury report for them, but he doesn't have an injury. It's listed as not injury related, so I'm not sure if that's an illness or something he's dealing with. So I don't think he's going to get the 27, 28 plus carries on the ground that it's going to take to beat a team like that.
And I will say this. Tannehill been launching that pigskin, man. He been launching around it, but you coming up against a tough secondary with the Eagles. So it's like it can go any way, but I'm rolling Eagles, man.
I mean, if I want to go against it, I mean the Titans. I actually was having I had this argument before, but the Titans are like the third. I believe they're the third worst passing team in the league right now. Okay. I know Tannehill missed a game, maybe 2. And that game, I don't know if Malik Willis even threw for 80 yards or something like that. It was crazy, but they are one of the worst passing teams, and that has to change. I think one of the things with the Titans, though, there's no pressure on them in that division, right? Because you got the Jags, you got the Texans, and you got the Colts that are all really losing. So the Titans are leading that division, I believe, and it's like there's no pressure like it is in like the AFC North or the East or basically every other division on that side. So, I mean that's one thing. I feel like when you're not playing with pressure, you're not playing you know what I'm saying, like they're not playing to win essentially. But I'm hoping that changes. You're about to play against a good team. A team that kind of plays up your alley, like, all right, we're playing a team that want to run that ball. That's what we want to do. So hopefully that's the type of battle we get. We're gonna see though.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna throw this out here too. The Vikings, they're still in the run, and Cowboys, they're still on the run with them Eagles trying to,
of course,
to get that home field advantage for the playoffs. So yeah, they gotta, so it's neck and neck. Nobody wants to lose. None of them wants to. I mean, of course, nobody wants to lose, but these teams definitely who got something to play for as far as home field advantage. They don't want to drop the ball around this time. He said, Jalen said, "Kid, the whole team picking the Eagles. Laugh out loud."
Hey, the whole team. Guess what, Jalen? The whole team. Everybody in the chat picked the Eagles when I went 9-0. Remember that. Okay. Remember that.
Okay.
Big Commanders, baby.
Slay gonna lock trailing up with it. Hey, we go just like Robert Kelly. Okay. Hey, and is Chauncey still out? Is he still? He's out, right? He's
still out. Yeah.
Okay, so that's another thing. That's another thing to look out for, y'all, because Chauncey been having a hell of a year with the Eagles, and him being out. I mean, you lose a piece like Chauncey, but you add your piece like Jordan Davis on the front line on defense. So, hey, it's up, man. It's like a lose-win situation.
Fly Titans, fly. That's right.
Hey, this next one is going to be a game, y'all. I'm not even lying. This is gonna be crazy. Browns versus the Texans.
Woo!
Yeah, when I first last night, I was like, "Why you put this on here?" Then I sat.
No, exactly why I put that.
Oh, that's why you put this on here. The crowd's gonna be crazy, apparently, for Deshaun Watson, who was accused of some things over the offseason, and that's ultimately why he left the Houston Texans. Apparently, the accusers are going to be, they have a whole suite rented out and they're going to be in a box. So hopefully I'm not even going to speak to anything that's going to happen on that end, but it's just going to be a real raucous kind of situation. And so Houston's coming in as a team with 1 win on the season, but if there's any win that they wanted more, it will be this win. So
Yes.
they're going to come in giving all that they got. I did go ahead and pick the Cleveland Browns to come out on top, and that's because Davis Mills at the starting quarterback has been taking, I think, the 30th or 28th, 29th, something like that, most sacks out of any team. And that's obviously because they're playing from behind. So, yes, they're dropping back to throw it on obvious passing downs. But Myles Garrett, who's coming off of a sack and a half last week against Tom Brady, is going to have a much easier target to get to and hit and bring to the ground this week. And so I think he'll have 2+ sacks, and that'll probably be enough to keep them, real low scoring. And so I don't see Cleveland coming in and lighting up the scoreboard by any means behind the arm of Deshaun Watson. They're going to have to rely on Nick Chubb, and Houston is giving up a lot of rushing yards to running backs. So Chubb's going to have a decent day. The backup, Hunt, might also have a decent day, and they're going to carry Deshaun Watson here. I think the final score will be something like 17-6. So they ain't going to put a lot of points on the board, but Houston really just got no shot because they can't pass the ball.
Man,
okay. I like that take. Who you got on there?
Damian Pierce has been ice cold, like bad.
Yeah,
days.
but that's because last game you played the Dolphins and you were down 28 points at the half, so they were literally just slinging the ball.
Dropping back. Yep.
And I got Damian Pierce on my fantasy, so that was like, that was rough to see.
Hurts.
So hopefully it's a better game. I'm going with the Browns. I mean, my sole purpose going with the Browns is the best player on the offense. Arguably is Nick Chubb. Get them in the ball, let them run it. Texas is not a good team right now. And the Browns is one of those teams where every game that the Browns has played, essentially, I believe besides one, has been really competitive games or down to the wire games. I know people had that stat about the Broncos they could be like 8-1 or 9-1 or whatever with it, and the point differential was like 17 points, something crazy. I want to know what the Browns is just solely off of how good that they've been, like their games have been. I mean, taking the Bucs to overtime. I think the Browns have been in multiple overtime situations or last minute field goals or score situations. So I don't think the Texans. I actually think the Texans might not. The Texans aren't winning another game for the rest of this year. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Unless they win this one.
Yeah.
And I know they set it up.
I ain't pick them, but they got look. If this is a game they're gonna win, it'll be this one.
Yeah,
it's gonna be loud in Houston, man. Like it's gonna be very loud just because all the the stuff that been going on in the offseason and stuff.
Yeah.
But Bond said it too, and he said it right here. He said Amari Cooper might have 14 targets.
For real though.
And for Amari Cooper to go off against a Buccaneers defense, man, I could see the same for a Texas defense. I'm just gonna, that's just being realistic.
Yep.
So I'm going Browns too, y'all. I don't see. They had a good week last week against the Bucs. Got that overtime dub, and I see that train still rolling with the Browns, especially over the Texans. Don't see them dropping to the Texans. So I got Browns. Watson about to throw 3 picks and Browns still gonna win. Watch. Okay.
Hey, but Stingley gonna put Cooper in a box.
Oh, hey. Yeah. The LSU. He said
that. You know who else in jail? Bama after we whoop their butts. Yeah.
They right along with us, huh, Ken? Not even about to make them all playoffs.
Yeah.
Huh?
Take that. And they ain't got no choice but to slow down.
I ain't heard from Savion since we played him. I ain't lying. I ain't heard from him since LSU tapped on.
I done texted him, boy. He ain't even talk to you, boy. He can't tell you, boy, happy Thanksgiving, boy. He ain't even want to talk to me, man. Hey, you up with me, boy.
Nah, Savion, you know it's all love, boy.
Yeah,
always.
But next game next, y'all, is another good one, man. I got some good ones on here this week. Dolphins versus the 49ers. Hey, this is a coin toss for me. I ain't lying.
I went with the Dolphins.
Going with the Dolphins. Okay.
One of the Dolphins. I don't know, man. 49ers have been winning some tough games. The thing with me, I'm an offensive-minded person. Defense can only play well for so long. And for what the Dolphins have, weapon-wise and creativity and, just like that energy, I just think that's going to get them over the hump. If Jimmy Garoppolo is in a situation where he has to go throw for throw with a QB, or with the offense that can put up a lot of points, I don't see it happening. I said this before. It's not his game. That's what I'm looking at here. Is Dolphins about to take off on these boys? Actually, I think it's gonna be like -10.
There you go. There you go. That's my exact thought process. And it's honestly because of what San Fran put on film last week and the week before. I forget who they played before the Saints, but I know it wasn't a really formidable defense. So it was a team that made San Fran feel like they were doing a lot more than they were actually doing. And that's exactly how it was against the New Orleans Saints, where you only put up 13 points, but you feel like you blew a team out. It's just going to come down to the fact that the pass rush for Miami has been pretty scary, and they do so in a brand of football that's really beautiful to watch, where they focus on stopping the run to begin with and get you into downs where they know the pass is coming, and then they have those edge rushers like Jalen Phillips. Sometimes they only come in on third down, not necessarily Phillips, but other edge rushers for Miami. And they just come in and come screaming at the quarterback. And I don't see Jimmy Garoppolo getting them into short downs, short third and twos, 3rd and 4.5. It's going to be closer to those 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 12 obvious passing downs. And that's where Miami's going to come downhill and come get you and have to, pin their ears back on the edges. And that's just going to play into it's not good for San Fran, who wants to initially run the football and try to stop the defense from setting the edge with that jet sweep that they love. The X factor for this game, so on the flip side of that, if San Fran were to win, it would be primarily through George Kittle. He would have to get in the end zone, I think, about 3 times, but definitely twice. Miami is the worst team defending tight ends, regardless of how good or bad the team is. They gave up a lot to Houston. Houston's tight end, and they've given up a lot of pass yards to every tight end they've played against. So they're gonna basically their safeties are focusing on the running back. They're not worried about the tight end leaking out, and killing them. They're a team that wants to stop the run first, and I think that's gonna slow San Fran down unless they can recognize quick enough that they need to get George Kittle to be the focus of the offense.
Speaking of running backs, it's got some light beef behind going on with Mr. Mostert and Debo. I think it was calling them out. Man, he made a comment about Tua being best QB or something like that he's played with. So we got a little beef. So they might let Mr. Mostert try to Raheem get some work in against his former team. So I'm curious to see how they implement him in the game. I know I love the Dolphins coach, man. That dude is so funny, bro. I've been watching all his mic'd up videos and stuff. So I know he's the type of person that's probably gonna let him get his get back. Dude feeling some type of way. Mm-hmm. So he might put some work in. So if anybody gambling, I'll touch Raheem yours or TD or something. He gonna let him get there.
I need the Dolphins to pull through in this one, y'all. I'm rolling Dolphins to also I like that X factor take you put in there, Floyd. George Kittle's definitely gonna be that X factor. So they stop him, they win that game. But as far as passing too, you gotta look at the passing. Andy Dalton, man, he put some last week against the 49ers. He put some balls where they needed to be. It's just we couldn't make the catches, I feel like, on some plays. And Tua's gonna sling that ball. I seen Carmen, he popped it up here earlier. He said Waddle's gonna go off. He feel like Waddle's gonna get loose in this game. Hey, that's possible. Tyreek Hill, you got to watch Tyreek Hill. They're gonna sling that ball way more than the Saints did against them. Believe that, and hey, they're gonna have to watch out, man. They're gonna have to watch out for the Dolphins.
Jamon said exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, depends on how.
But hey, I mean, like you said, the Waddle Hill. How do you beat a good pass rush? Your ability to get the ball at your hands quick, and you have 2 of the fastest receivers on your offense. Yeah. You got 1 of the fastest running backs. That's A-okay. I think the Dolphins probably prefer to do that. I'm gonna get you this ball quick. If it's like you said, sweeps off the edge to slow down that pass rush, right? Or just quick routes, drag concept, cross or something, whatever they can get that. They have the ability they're creative when it comes to motioning receivers across the field to get the DBs off their toes and getting that ball out quick. And I think that'll start frustrating, especially pass rushers like Nick Bosa, where all they want to do is hit the QB, right? So if he's getting that ball out quick, that defense not going to be as effective because we know their strengths are not their DBs. So, hey, I got Dolphins here, man. I don't know what you say, Floyd. Did we all roll Dolphins?
We all ran Dolphins.
Yeah.
All right.
All ran Dolphins. So.
Hey, we ain't picked the Dolphins because of last week.
Yeah, forget 49ers, man. Held us to a goose egg, man. It's disrespectful. Embarrassed us, man.
We held us to 0 points, man.
Yeah, I like that. We did that to ourselves.
Terrible.
Shot ourselves in the foot.
Yep.
But hey, it is what it is. We on to the Bucs, huh?
Yes, indeed.
Next game we got is the Seahawks versus the Rams.
Ooh, hey, if Matt Stafford didn't go on IR, I wouldn't really know which way to go with this because Seattle's kind of waiting in the wind. You know what I mean? They're up 1 week, down the next. And the later the season goes on, you don't really want to trust in that. But the fact that Matt Stafford went on IR and I think Bryce Hopkins will be the starting quarterback for LA Rams again. You go into the whole entire week knowing what the offense for the other team is going to look like. It's going to be primarily run heavy. It's going to be heavy on the ground. And I think that Seattle will be able to take their time like they like to do on their drives and still score up over 25, 27 points to get it done without, having to rush, where they probably would have had to kind of play a little bit faster if Stafford if LA had a healthy offense. So I think that play action is going to play well into them. Exactly. Those crossing routes, for whatever reason, are going to eat up number 5, which I don't understand because you know what's coming. But they're going to do that play action bootleg where it looks like a stretch play to the left, ends up being a run play bootleg to the right, and he can take his pick. So I think that's where it's going to go.
Oh boy, Ken hosted on the page.
I picked the Rams. I picked the Rams, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Respect. I would like to see it.
Hey, look, man. There's not too much logic behind it, bro. I picked the Rams because I feel like it's just screaming trap, bro. Like it's just screaming a trap game, bro. Like I just see it right there. Like, we just put Matt Stafford on IR. Rams they can't tank. Their first pick is going to the Lions, right? So I don't know, man. I'm rolling with it. I just see some fluky stuff because the Seahawks defense, their strengths are turnovers. If they're not forcing turnovers, they're giving up a lot of yards. That is how the Raiders beat them. They let this man Josh Jacobs break a freaking NFL record on them with the amount of yards he put up.
Yeah, for real.
So I know Rams are weak in a lot of ways, but hey, I just see some real hooky stuff. They're gonna find a way to let this man get some yards on there, bro. Hey, we're gonna see. Sean McVay, it's a rough season. He ain't gonna go out like that, man. I'm going with the Rams, bro.
Okay.
He said Bryce Perkins not beating us, dog. Big Bryce in the house, man. What's up?
Bryce Perkins. I said Bryce Hopkins. Yeah.
You went to Seahawks, Floyd?
Yep, all day. I think they'll score. It'll be like 25, and I just don't see LA getting more than like 10 points. If they score 2 touchdowns, 17 at the most, man. So
our picks pretty much the same, and I'm 50-50 with this game. So I'm gonna go with you, Ken, on this. I'm gonna go Rams too. I see some fluke stuff happening too. I was rolling Seahawks away at first, but I'm gonna see the trap game. I can see the trap game. I can see the trap game in this one too. They're at home too.
That's what I'm rolling with right there. Seahawks -5.5. I think they cover that. Okay. Not even. I mean, that's kind of close, but not even close.
Next, we're gonna try to hurry up and get to them because the game's coming on by 10 minutes, y'all. We got the Chiefs versus the Bengals.
I was back and forth on this one. I ain't gonna lie. Super back and forth. Last week I said in Joe Burrow I trust for the rest of the season, but it's just the injury report. I think Lyle Collins is resting this week, so they won't have their star left tackle. That's not necessarily scary against Kansas City. I don't think they really get to Joe B that much, but yeah, like Bond's saying right here, I gotta go with KC in this game because I think it'll be a lot like a shootout. So a high scoring game, and without Jamar Chase, I think Joe Mixon has a concussion. They're gonna have to have T. Higgins. T. Higgins is gonna have to replace both of those guys on offense. Did a really good job last week, but I don't see him being able to do that 2 weeks in a row.
And what do you mean Chiefs not losing 3 in a row? They're on like a what is he referring to?
He said the Chiefs not losing.
But they won their last like 3
games.
Did. I don't think they. I don't think they.
Yeah, they haven't lost. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking.
Maybe he means the Bengals 3 in a row to Cincy.
Oh yeah, to Bengals.
Oh, to Bengals.
To Bengals.
Oh, my bad.
It's a repeat. Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
I was like, what you talking about?
Repeat for the
AFC
title game.
It was a lot of trash talking in this game too on Twitter. I don't know if y'all seen that.
Logan Wilson, I think is hurt, and Von Bell. So those are 2 of the guys who are gonna line up against 87 Travis Kelce. So that's basically the thing. T. Higgins versus Travis Kelce. If T. Higgins has a better game than Travis Kelce, Cincinnati probably gets the win, but I don't see that happening. That was my logic. I lost my train of thought.
I'm going Bengals.
Man, I'm rocking with the Bengals here. I'm rocking with the Bengals to take down Chiefs win streak that they got going. On top of, like I said before, Bengals are in a dogfight in this division. They cannot afford to lose these games. They got their guy Jamar back. I know they don't have Lyle Collins, but when has Joe Burrow, not been back against the wall with a rough old line before? So, in my opinion, I usually feel like
used to that. He's more used to that than having.
He might sling the ball better. So, in that way, I'm rocking with the Bengals.
That's huge. Burrow getting his number 1 target back in Chase. That's huge. But
but it's not only getting your number 1 target back, it's getting your number 1 target back with your number 2 target.
Yeah.
T. Higgins is a really good receiver, man. Like a big body, go up and just a big wide frame and catching the ball, bro. So having those 2.
Well, who's gonna stop 87?
You
don't stop 87, you don't beat the Chiefs.
It's all about scheming.
And Von Bell ain't suiting up. Wilson might play, but he's dealing with some stuff.
I feel like Von Bell still
the other safety got hurt way earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Is Bates playing?
He's playing.
Okay.
So
you're asking Jesse Bates the third to be better than Travis Kelce.
You got
to get the win because that's what's going to have to happen.
Kelce's the best tight end in the league, bro. Hands down. He's taken off. He's solidified that. It's hard to stop him. But what I will recognize the Bengals for is being able to know who's the main guy and slowing them down. What did they do against Derrick Henry? They game plan. You've seen it. You can literally see how they game plan.
Oh, yeah, they're going to shut the run down.
We can't. Yeah. It's not even just run. Just that target, right? You cannot allow someone to get loose. I don't think they're going to shut him down, but I think that they'll slow him down enough to get the stops that they need. But most importantly, how are you there? The real game plan is like you got to worry about Kelce, but how are you going to get Pat Mahomes to get the ball out of his hands? Because you cannot allow him to extend the play, right? Can't allow him to cover because we know who the Bengals got at corner.
Exactly.
They don't get
Eli.
Oh my God.
What you talking about this right here?
We don't got to talk about fantasy right now, man.
Hey, that's a tough week. That's a tough out.
That's A-okay with me.
It's tough.
It's gonna be a good game though, y'all. It's gonna be a really good game. So, like I said, there was a lot of trash talking on Twitter between the players on each team, and you're gonna see it on the field. I guarantee you. So, I'm looking forward to that game. Got that game circled for sure. Laughing at the comments.
But Jalen asked if Jamar or Justin Jefferson's
I already said this. I have my argument. I'm picking Justin Jefferson.
It really comes down to what you need, right?
Justin
Down to what you need.
I need Justin Jefferson. I need.
You tell me what kind of team I got, what kind of offense I got, then I'll tell you which one of these is better.
Yeah,
for my offense for what I need.
Hey man, they even to me. I can't even pick one over the other. I'm not lying. I cannot pick
it's
one
tough
over the
to
other,
say.
man.
Like it's really on what you need. Like if you because
I mean,
Mar hasn't even been able to because he's been so great. He hasn't even shown his full route tree yet.
No,
like Mar really gonna get to routing people up when they make him have to, but he's been able to run through people like Mike Evans and run by people and track the football. So that's a different type of game he's playing than what Jefferson's having to do weekend.
But you go back to college, y'all, they had the same stats coming out of college, like the same identical stats. They both hit over 1,000 yards receiving. Like it's just I can't choose that enough.
They're both good in their own way because Jamar Chase, when he is, in my opinion, he's better in terms of yards after the catch. He's more explosive. He's faster, right? The yak, more physical. Justin Jefferson, in my opinion, he is better at route running and separating from a DB, bro. Like the man get wiggly on the route, bro. Oh my goodness. And obviously he's shown his ability to catch in traffic now. Like I feel like that has elevated even more because the catches he's had just this year alone has been insane to me.
Filthy.
And he's just kind of making this gap. Like I gotta roll with the hot target, bro. Like I need JJ, bro.
Hey, and they both came from who? LSU. All right, I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, all right.
LSU. All right. But look, we still talk. We gonna talk regardless. LSU fans, that's what I love about LSU fans and Saints fans. Because regardless, we can lose every game. You still ain't gonna hear the end of us. That's just what it is. But next games, y'all, we have is the Chargers versus the Raiders.
I hated making this pick, bro. I really did.
I did too.
I hated this one.
Floyd, Draye don't want nobody 9-0, bro.
He really don't. He really don't. Like this is as 50-50 as it can get.
He said if he can't get 9-0, nobody can.
Outside of Saints Bucs, it's really 50-50.
I picked the Chargers.
LAC?
I did pick the Chargers.
What's your reasoning behind that? I might switch mine.
my reasoning really is just gosh. It was hard because the game that the Raiders just played, the Raiders just kind of in a rough spot, and they're just playing for like pride and dignity right now. But the Chargers, they, in my opinion, are the better team. They got the better defense. It's just like who's going to play, right? And then they, in my opinion, they got the better QB. You got Austin Eckler. Is overall, in my opinion, the better running back in terms of making plays. I know Josh Jacobs is hot right now. No disrespect to him. He's playing the best he's ever been, but Eckler has been doing this year in, year out. Like he's their playmaker. And then I know Mike Williams isn't playing, but Palmer has stepped up huge. And I believe Keenan Allen is showing light in terms of playing somewhat healthy. So I got the Chargers, bro. I got to roll with them. That's just me.
The ESPN gave the Raiders a 61 point.
See, I ain't even see that stat, and I picked Vegas almost in a long shot, and I do know that's why I said it's 50-50 is because I do know the Chargers are a better team. But you got to play like it, and they just cannot make a tackle. Bro, they cannot tackle anybody. I don't understand what's going on week in, week out. It could be a good running back, bad running back. They're going to make him look like a superstar with the fact of them, slipping off tackles, not setting the edge, giving up broken tackles. So I really wanted to pick the Chargers. I feel like the Raiders coming off of a game where they had a overtime walk-off touchdown to Devontae Adams a couple weeks ago. Then they had an overtime walk-off touchdown to Josh Jacobs. It's like you feel like you got to show up to win, but you kind of feel like no matter what, something's going to happen and we're going to be in the position to win this game. And that's what I just think the Chargers going to play into that. They're not going to tackle efficiently. So it's going to be a shootout because I don't think Vegas has anything to slow down the LA Chargers whatsoever. Eckler, Keenan Allen healthy and looking pretty good. So both teams are going to score a lot. I just think it'll be like a 37-31 point outing. And it shouldn't be because the Chargers defense is so good, but they're just not going to play like it. And Josh Jacobs will have another big game, and somehow the Raiders are going to put up 30 plus, 28 plus. I say
it's going to come down to who's going to have the bigger QB to wide receiver yards, right? Connection. Is it going to be Carr and Adams, or is it going to be Herbert and Herbert Keenan type duo, right?
Yeah. So here's my take on that. I think if that connection doesn't happen for the Chargers, game over. But on the other side, if that connection is a little slowed up, the Vegas still has Mac Hollins, who's been playing really well. I know they got DeAndre Carter on the other side, but I don't see as much coming out of him as I do Hollins and Josh Jacobs. So Eckler better have a great game for the Chargers to win. And I don't know if that's necessarily the case for anybody on Vegas. They got a lot of guys who can have a good game.
It's hard to stop the running back, man. A receiving back out of the backfield, but the Chargers got more work. Hey, Bond just said it. Josh Palmer his last 5 games, bro. He's been getting 60 plus yards, right? Filling in big holes, keeping games alive. And then now you add Keenan Allen, who we know is a really good receiver, arguably a top 5 in some people's. I know in my opinion, he's underrated, right? But when he's healthy, that man's lethal. So
he's getting 90 I don't know. Every game.
And I'm gonna roll with Josh. I'm gonna roll with Herbert. I said Josh. I'm rolling with Herbo before I roll with Derek Carr. My biggest thing is that I was finally glad to see is Justin Herbert finishing that game. Last week they finished the game. Now it wasn't against a good team, but he still managed to finish the game because he's been showing where he has these drives like he did against the Chiefs, and he's throwing game losing interceptions right to end the game. So I'm just glad that he's finding his groove. So hopefully he can keep doing it.
I got the Raiders down here, y'all. They keep that train rolling. Floyd, I like that take you made. The Chargers cannot tackle, and
anybody.
If Jacobs run that ball like he did last week, good luck. So
not even that much. You don't even got to get 230 yards. It's just this is the leading rusher in the NFL. And the team that's tackling the poorest in the NFL right now, hard for me to pick that team.
Hey, and then Jamon said it. They in Las Vegas too, so that crowd behind them too. You know how Raiders fans are, man. They can get wild. So,
well, Raiders been losing at home, away,
but
hey.
I don't know. It's like I said, this was another 50-50 game right here.
It was hard.
It's a toss-up.
It should be the Chargers by a landslide. It should.
Yeah.
It really it shouldn't. I'm gonna be real. It really should. It should be a more competitive game because the Raiders are not. They're not down bad, right? They are capable of playing good. Even last year, they had a chance and they blew it. So
I will say this:
they're gonna be in every game they play. They're in all those games.
I will say this: every time the Chargers and the Raiders face off, it's a good game. Period, bro. Every time they match up, it's gonna be a game and a showdown too at that. So hey, we're gonna see, man. It's gonna be an exciting game to watch.
Yeah. Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, get your popcorn ready for sure.
This is a must. I mean, every game for the Raiders is a must win. This is a legitimate a must win for the Raiders. They win this game, they are in the hunt. Just off back, right? Because then they move to 5-7. And then the Chargers moved to, I believe, 6-5, right? I think so, or something like that. So it's a huge one for them. They got to get it, but I'm gonna go with the Chargers fighting it off, keep that train rolling.
Hey, it's like I said, it's 50. Everybody in the comments, 50-50. We 50-50 on it. Hey, it's gonna be a popcorn game, Floyd.
Can't wait.
Next one we got is another good one, y'all. Sunday Night Football, Colts versus the Cowboys. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all all right. I got Cowboys, man. If they keep balling how they balling, I got the Cowboys.
I got Cowboys hands down, bro.
Yeah.
Same here. Okay, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. Look, you see, I'm holding my cards to my chest before I say mine and get embarrassed.
Cowboys ain't playing around. They're running for a division spot, right? They're on heels.
That's the thing. The cream is rising to the top, right? It means a lot more to Dallas.
But it ain't even a matter of Matt Ryan gonna sell. He ain't selling. He he's about to play the Cowboys. It's Matt Ryan. And you said he gonna sell, like that's not his. That's his skill. That's his talent. his ability to not be good. So
Must say I like how the Cowboys rolled off.
Nah, you gotta chill, brother. Nah, brother. Nah, it's big who that over here. We eating dubs.
Jalen said, "Kid, you picked the Cowboys and not the Eagles."
Bruh. Hey, Jalen, hey, you are hurt that I'm not hopping on no Eagle train, man. I'm telling you that the Cowboys they're going to win this division somehow, some way, bro. I'm telling you.
Dallas gonna catch Philly slipping, that's for sure.
And if they
don't
don't
catch Philly slipping,
and if they don't, y'all are going to have to see them again in the season and in the regular. Okay.
They not tough.
Yeah,
they not tough.
I can't wait. I just want to fast forward. I need to see some outcome. I need to see.
I can't wait for December the 24th, Christmas Eve day, man, in Dallas. I can't wait for that game. That's gonna be a nice showdown, man.
Because when the Cowboys win, what's the next? The next day we're gonna see y'all in the playoffs.
Oh man, yeah.
Man, it's gonna be good though. I just got the Cowboys made a believer out of me, man. I've seen after what they did to the Vikings, bro. I'm sorry.
That's really what the game that opened everybody's eyes up, right?
And I know the Eagles did that to the Vikings. Don't get me wrong, they did that too.
But they scored what 20 points, 20 something, 20 something points. The Cowboys put up 40.
The Cowboys didn't let them score. They didn't even let them get in the end zone.
That's crazy. And the Vikings was marching against the Eagles in that game, but they just couldn't. They kept throwing the ball to Darius Slay, man, throwing picks, giving them picks. Kirk Cousins out there. I don't know what he had going on. I guess he thought Slay was on their team or something. But
17.5, Jamon, is crazy. But I'm gonna tell you why that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen because
won't cover.
My bad.
The Colts are going to slow that game down so crazy. It is not going to happen. He says.
No, I agree. I don't see that. That's a lot. They would have to score a lot. Because I see Indy scoring about 14. So y'all would have to put well over 30.
We're gonna see, man.
We're gonna see. But I definitely got the Cowboys pulling through over the Colts tonight, just like everybody else, y'all saw.
Yeah. Maybe even take the under in this game. Well, let me check the OE right quick. Under. I think it was 43.5. Well, that was probably 2 days ago. I got it going under that.
And last but not least, y'all, Monday Night Football, we have the Saints versus the Buccaneers. We've been down lately, y'all. I see all you. Oh man, I can't have a fans looking like my Saints fans looking like this. Look, we got to give some energy, y'all. We can really do this. You look, I got my gear on today. I'm over here a little confident than I was Wednesday when we hopped on the podcast and talked about that big loss. But Bon, I agree. This game is definitely 50-50. You do not know who's going to win this game. Tom Brady's not having the year that he had. Look, y'all know this when I come opening up talking about my Saints, y'all. So, man, let's get into it, man. What y'all feel on this game? I mean, I see we all picked them, of course.
Man, yeah, I went with New Orleans, and this is in Tampa Bay, where they've been playing really good defense, and the offense is kind of picking up their pace of play as well. So I'm a little nervous about this game, but the path to us winning that I can see is force feeding 41. I think he's probably voiced his frustrations. You know, obviously nothing in the media, but behind closed doors, I'm sure he's been telling them like, y'all paying me for a reason. Give me the ball. Like I'm not out there to be a distraction or a decoy, and only touch the ball 7 times. And, you know, as much times as Taysom Hill touches it, like that's not why y'all paying me $75 million. So I'm sure they're gonna work it into the game plan and have a script going into the game that focuses on getting 41 the ball, regardless of that's inside the tackle or outside the numbers, check down, whatever it's got to be, stretch play, zone play. So we'll see a heavy dosage of him. And I don't see Tampa Bay being able to weather that storm. They're a team that wants to stop the run and and force whoever they're playing to pass the ball and have to deal with those fast linebackers in coverage and their D line. So I also see us playing well enough on defense to give us some grace on offense to where we won't have to score the ball every time we touch it. Anything over 17, which is the magic number against Tampa Bay, will look like a win. So if we can score 18, 19, 20 points, then we beat the Tampa Bay Bucs. If we see ourselves struggle to even get a field goal, a first down, or a touchdown like we did last week, then it'll be a very low scoring game. Actually, I took the under when it was over under 40 points, and I think it'll be well under that. But I think we pulled the win out some 20 to 14, 20 to 13.
It's definitely going to be close, Floyd. Definitely going to be close. And my take on it, man, I feel like we're going to come out and ball. We always do against Tampa. We don't never make it easy for them when they beat us, or if we don't never make it easy. Last time we was in Tampa, man, we held them to a goose egg. That's not going to happen this go around. But it's going to be a very tough game. Tom Brady's missing a lot on that front line, so that kind of helps us as far as getting to Tom Brady with Cameron Jordan and Davenport. And so if they can get to him like we normally do, we'll be all right. He also been struggling to connect with Mike Evans. So his go-to really been Chris Godwin. Last time we played them, they didn't have Chris Godwin. So that's something to look out for this go around.
But Alante is gonna help with that. I don't think we had 27 getting a lot of snaps early on then. He's proven himself, so he'll kind of draw that matchup, I think. Is Laddie on the field? He was back practice.
I don't know. I didn't really see
some pictures. It might be a game time decision, or we might hear the decision made tomorrow, but that's my big X factor, bro. Like if we don't have him on the field and Chris Harris is running around there chasing guys around,
it's gonna be tough.
I don't see it, bro.
I mean, and then that's what's crazy. Saints pass defense, y'all, is 32nd in the lead as far as allowing 108.5 rate to wideouts. So that's something to look out for. Like I said, we cannot let Chris Godwin get loose. Like he did last week. Last week, Chris Godwin went off, man. He had 13 targets for 12 receptions, 110 yards, and a touchdown. So can't let Chris Godwin get loose. Of course, no Leonard Fournette, right? If I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't think he'll even suit up unless something changes tomorrow.
And that's another big thing. Leonard killed us last time we played them, man. Yeah. Leonard was running that pigskin on us. So, but our rush defense has got better throughout the season. It has got better, especially compared to how we started off. So that's something to look out for too. Man, it's gonna be. I hope Lattimore is back though for that. But he had light practice. I'm looking at here, Floyd had a light practice all week. So,
and a big point is also they're gonna be missing Mike Edwards, their safety, and I think Winfield is also dealing with some injuries too. Both of them are like leg, it's ankle or something around the foot. So that's gonna kind of okay, somebody beat me to it because that's gonna kind of help. That's gonna kind of help us pass the ball and move the chains. Honestly, like this isn't gonna be exactly Aero Olave. This isn't gonna be a game where both teams score on every possession. So if you like defense, you're gonna love this game. If you love high flying offenses and points being thrown up on the board a lot, you probably just want to watch the highlights of this one because it's going to be a grudge match, bro, for real.
And I speak on Fournette, but Rashad White, he can get loose too. And the running back for the Bucs, he can get loose too. So, but like I said,
I'm scared of. If they beat us bad or beat us, it's probably because 29 had a really good day out of the backfield.
We just gotta stuff him like we did McCaffrey, man. We didn't let McCaffrey do nothing last week. We do the same this week as far as that we're good. It's just stopping the wideouts, and it's like we cannot stop the wide receivers. So as we get that under check and we get to Tom Brady, we're all right. Because I need him to fall and cannot get up. Not as far as injuring him. Like I'm not saying it like that, but as far as getting to him, man. Getting to him. I made a comment.
We talked about it Wednesday. But probably the biggest injury of their season, they just lost Tristan Wirfs. So that was the guy who was really protecting their offense. He's probably one of the best young players in the league.
Say y'all need CJ, huh?
And he was helping Tom Brady stay upright, but that guy is gone. He probably won't be back for the rest of the season. And whoever is his replacement, this is going to be his first week being the full-time replacement. So we're gonna hopefully that guy is gonna line up against Cam Jordan, but we're probably gonna do a good job of bringing blitzes and pressures on that side of the football to make sure we make that guy prove his worth or lose them the game.
Get to old man Tom Brady, man. Make him press his life alert button. Get to him, man. Get to Tom Brady.
I think we get home 2 or 3 times Monday night. I think we'll get home.
He said, what he said, I want to see the mic and Marshawn.
Levante David is on the injury report for rest. Is he not playing?
He nervous.
He'll probably play. I don't know. Like a lot of times, because I know we see.
They be pump faking. Yeah, they be pump faking on the injury report.
We be having Big Ryan. He our offensive tackle. He be resting throughout the week to
be ready. So maybe that's a practice rest, and he list him as a healthy scratch.
Exactly.
Because I don't see him not playing against 41. But if he doesn't play, 41, you better have a day.
41 needs to get going. He been in a slump for 5 games straight. So if we get AK rolling, we're going to be okay. Believe me, we're going to be all right. But AK needs to get going and now.
And I want to keep seeing what I've been seeing out of Caden Ellison. Zach Bond had a few good stops on Christian McCaffrey last week. That was Braun, I think it is. But that's that caught me off guard. Hopefully on his snaps, he can have some really good plays for us too. It's going to take a team effort.
Yes.
We need Marshawn back. We need the linebackers hitting on all cylinders. We need the D-line getting to the quarterback. We need wide receivers making plays. We need AK to get in the end zone or get a couple first downs. It's so much that we need to happen to win this game. But
I agree.
Call me foolish. I see us doing it. I see us pulling it out.
I see us going in Tampa and taking that dub too. Ken, we've been talking a lot, man. Where you at on this game? Kevin holding his tongue. I've been waiting to hear what Ken got to say. What you got to say, Ken?
Yeah, man. I'm just, and then when it comes to these Saints, bro, I'm just, man, they making me not a believer.
I know,
I'm just stressing, but I mean, we know how we come against the Bucs, man. We played them ever since Tom Brady got there. We played some of our best defensive games against Tom, no matter who we got, who we didn't have. Obviously, the biggest highlight in this one, Jayla said it was Mike and Marshawn, bro. That's like a game changer. We lock him down single-handedly, but usually Chris Godwin does start to get jiggy on us. He makes some big catches against us, and we got some young DBs that are capable of slowing that down. We got to take advantage of them being rusty, and we got to understand that sadly we still do have a chance. I mean, it's good for us, but it looks like a bad look on our division as a whole, but we still have a chance. So this game is very important. So we cannot take a look at this game as if our season is over. Come out fighting. Stopping the run is huge because we know that they want to run the ball. Still, no matter who they got, they like to bounce. They like to run the ball, and on pass when they need to. Right. So, not allowing big plays. When we lost in the our first game, we had Tom Brady so frustrated, right? And if you haven't, I know y'all might have just touched up on this, but the first time that he even touched the end zone was when Marshawn finally went out and we had our backup come in. I think it might have been like PJ Williams or Chris Harris.
And that's when Alontae wasn't even seeing the field
exactly. We didn't have them. That's what we're starting off rough. No DB is down bad, but we allowed as soon as we had that guy came in, and obviously it's a smart move, let's pick on him. He just got on the field. Boom.
Yep.
So what we gotta do is minimize that. Let's not let him. Let's make this hard. Let's make this difficult for Tom Brady. Get in the backfield. I think we're starting to get some really important pieces for us back. So let's start getting back to our 0-man blitzes, right? Being confident that if we don't have Marshawn, I still think we still got it. Let's do it.
There's a way we can win still. Yeah, Alontae got to have a huge game.
We know that the Bucs O-line is hurting right now, and we know what Tom Brady hates more than anything is pressure. When he is uncomfortable, when he has to move out of the pocket, right? And we got to make that happen. That's my thought. Offensively, that's been the worst part of us, hands down. I don't even know what to say, bro. My biggest things, bro. We're about to play the Bucs. Get AK the ball. I understand he has not been playing well as far as protecting, but if we can protect the ball, if we could like minimize turnovers, especially against the Bucs, we can win this game.
I really hope they worked Rashid in practice and gave him some more looks for coming into this game, y'all. Because if they did that, I like Rashid Shaheed a lot, and I feel like he's another key
game breaker
under the rug X factor that we have on our team that we're not using like we're supposed to. So we need to get him the ball more. Man, let's mix it up. I feel like we're looking at the same stuff week by week. We look at the same stuff, same plays, same. Man, switch it up, man. Let's get this. Let's make it more like where the defense don't know what we're doing, because I feel like they know what we're doing almost every time we get out there on the field, especially on third downs. They know we're about to drop back in shotgun and try to pass the ball on a 3rd and 2. Like it's terrible.
Yeah, our quarterback. I mean, our coaching staff has been seemingly. I don't know what's going on inside the building, but based on the product on the field we've been putting out, our coaching staff just seems real lazy. Like they don't do a great job of disguising what we're trying to do. Show one thing and go with another. There's none of that, bro. Like we just line up in what we line up showing what we're gonna try to do, and then, like I said on Wednesday, we cross our fingers and hope that this works. And that's not how you win in the NFL. You got to game plan things, show one thing, go with another, show one thing, go with another. Then the third time when you show something, maybe you actually do the thing that you just showed, because the offense is expecting something else. They don't know exactly what's going on, because you should usually show one thing and go with the other. But we always line up where, like, I tap my wife on the thigh every time we line up, and I'm like, look, it's going to be a corner route to Juwan Johnson right here. Watch.
And that's a shame. Same thing happens. That's a shame when the fans are calling the plays.
Look, we know 3rd down and 12. You know they're throwing the deep route to Chris Olave. Watch. Post. And that's exactly what happens. And it's like, that shouldn't be – I shouldn't be diagnosing what we're going to line up and do based off of our formation all the way in TV land. If I can do that with no education, you know the guys who are getting paid to dissect what we're going to do, defensive and offensive coordinators, are tearing us apart in the film room, tearing it up. So we got to do a better job disguising what's going on.
That's it. We'll be all right. But we're going to Tampa, y'all. It's gonna be tough. The fans is. I don't like to say it because I said it way early in the season, but this is really turning out to be like a rivalry, y'all. Like if you really look at it, and that's only because of the sake of Tom Brady. Like I said in the previous podcast, when Tom Brady leaves, Buccaneers, I'm sorry to tell y'all, but y'all going right back to, you know what I'm saying? Like right back to poo, right back to trash. Sorry, but y'all are, because that's the only thing that keeping y'all going right now is Tom Cat. But I'm gonna get off that. Like I said, it's turning into a little fantasy, y'all. So we need a little rivalry. Sorry, excuse me, but we need to get this going, y'all.
We need to get them out of there, bro. Like we spoke about it after week 2. I've been rewatching some of our old stuff, and we wanted our get back. Like we talked about it. We like, all right, we're gonna see them again in Tampa, and it's up. We're gonna have Trevor Penning back, and all that is true. We got what we wanted. Now it's time to get our lick back.
Mama Floyd in here. What up, Mama Floyd?
What's up, Mom?
Hello, Ma.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, man. Hopefully we can get this must win game against Tampa, because we can shoot up there in that NFC South and try to get that title. Yeah, I mean, we get that, man. Tampa right now, like I said last week, if the playoffs was to end or start today, Tampa will be in there. So it's like we can kind of squeeze in that spot, maybe there's hope. There's hope at least getting in there, at least getting in the playoffs, man. I don't know how the outcome will be when we get in the first rounds, how our season been going, but
yeah,
hey, as long as we in there, I guess you could say we made the playoffs, huh? I guess
exactly. It's not a lost season. Like we need more than 4 wins, bro. Like this is embarrassing.
This is not Saints. It's not Saints. That's what it is. But it's not Saints at all. We're not used to this. We haven't been the past 4, 5, 6 years, So, hey, we're gonna see how this goes. If y'all beat Brady in prime time, it's a must-win situation. That would be crazy. Yes, it would. It really would. And if I was the Saints, man, I'd go bringing up that tape from when we had them to a goose egg. When we went in their house and we held them to a goose egg. The energy was crazy. And that's the same thing. That's another thing we're gonna need this week coming up. Energy. Because we've been looking dead as dead on the sideline and in the game. I just don't see our Saints swagger that we normally play with, man. We started that getting the interception and running into the end zone stuff, man. The Saints started that, man. I'm telling you, now you see every team doing that. You know, that's swagger, man. We need that swagger back. Bring that swagger back. And we're gonna be all right. Gonna be all right.
One day. A man can dream, Kenny.
Hey, for real. I'm tired of posting pictures on Instagram story with Lamar in a Saints jersey, trying to have some wishful thinking and all that. I'm tired of doing all that, man. I need us to play ball, man. Come on, Saints. But we're gonna be all right. I feel like we can get this one, y'all. Fingers crossed. Feel like we can get this one. I'm not gonna say we are, but I feel like we can. So let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Hey, let's get to this NFL Sunday, man.
That's it, man. That's it. We deep up in it. We deep.
They kicked off 2 minutes ago.
Yeah,
our day coming tomorrow. We're gonna get
That's
right.
It. We're gonna get right. But everybody, thank y'all who tuned in. Again, I'm gonna pop up everything for y'all. Like, subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. We got our YouTube, man. There's our YouTube right there. And then follow us, of course, on IG and Twitter, y'all.
Yeah, just to stay updated and show y'all support. We really appreciate all of y'all tapping in with us. Just keep it going, and we're gonna give back and show more love as much as we can. So thank y'all.
Love, peace,
love.
Drop that beat, bro.
Let me hear that, man. I need something to fire me up.
To that bag when you run into that bag. You chasing to that bag when you get into that bag. You chasing to that bag, yeah.